I know that sometimes when we come into Pesach and when it corresponds with other points in the Jewish calendar, different things happen. So, for example, when the Seder falls on Shabbat, is there something different we do on that Shabbat?
That's a great question, and it's actually such a complicated question because the Shabbat doesn't change the fact that we're going to have a Seder, but it does change a little bit the order by which we do things.
Okay.
So the good news is you don't have to memorize any of this. It will all be in your Haggadah that will tell you the Haggadah, the book, like this one, which will follow all the steps of the Seder. And there will be a note here that will say, when the holiday falls on Friday night, begin here.
Okay.
So the good news to everybody is that we don't have to memorize, the book will tell us. And what that actually ends up entailing is that we take a couple of steps along the way in the Seder to recognize things we do before we end Shabbat, and then a couple of steps that we take after we end Shabbat. So you're basically inserting into the Seder, Havdalah, the ceremony with the spices and the candle and the wine that marks the end of Shabbat, into the Seder and then proceeding accordingly.
Okay, so you're ending Shabbat and then beginning the Seder.
Right, well, so you start with wine, drinking wine, and then you say Kiddush, then you light your candle for Havdalah, so then you're sort of moving towards the end. You say the blessing of Havdalah, and then you would say the blessing of Shechianu, the blessing that recognizes the new day of Pesach arriving. So you're going to move through the steps in that order. And again, luckily they're outlined for us right in the Haggadah, anticipating our needs.
Have a good Haggadah with you.
That's the key. I think you hit it. That's the key.